Becca. Welcome to my new channel, Baking with Becca. My channel is specifically for gluten-free foods. And today I'm going to be making Chocolate Ghost Cupcakes for this upcoming Halloween. So let's get baking. So first, you need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then, when you start preparing the cupcakes, you need to get a medium bowl. Then you need a whisk and 1 cup of flour. And make sure you replace the wheat flour with gluten-free flour. That's a little messy. Okay, and I already washed my hands before I did this, so don't worry. Okay. Next, we need 1 cup of the sugar. I can put a little bit more after that. That should be good. I did miss quite a lot. So then after that, we need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Let's see.
2 hours later.
So I finally got some out. So let's just pour that. Didn't come out the first time, but that's okay. So I gotta do this over the sink. We need 1.5 teaspoon of salt. And this, I can be kind of messy with salt, but let's try this not over the sink. See how it goes. Okay, so we got the 1 teaspoon. I actually did pretty well. Some of it fell, but it was in the bowl, so we're fine, we're fine. So then I think, so after that we can whisk it all together. So when you're done whisking, you need to set this bowl to the side and get a small bowl. You need to put you need to put like 1/3 of cocoa powder. Okay. 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. I forgot to say cup, so oops. Make sure it's even. That should be good. Okay. That was really loud. Okay, so after that, you need 1/4 cup of hot water. I'll be right back with the hot water. So now that I got the hot water, we just got to pour it in and then whisk until you get that like good smooth paste. I almost hit the bowl. That's why you need to hold it real good. Now I just got it on the top of the bowl. That is great. Okay. I think this is about ready. So when it's ready, it's supposed to kind of look like this. That looks really good. Okay. So after you do that, you need to set it aside. Just make sure I got all of this stuff. So after you do that, you're gonna set it to the side. And BTW, it might smell delicious, but it tastes like a horrible mess. But don't worry, your cupcakes aren't gonna taste like that. So next, after that, we need to have 1 egg, like 1 egg in a large bowl. We gotta crack the egg too, obviously. Oh, make sure there are no eggshells in that. And after you're done with that, you can throw the eggshell away and make sure you wash your hands. Always wash your hands after touching a raw meat or like egg. After that, you just need to check for some eggshells. I don't see any in mine, so after you do that, you can start whisking it until it's like smooth. Oh gosh, my arm hurts. After you whisk it till it's smooth, you want to rinse your whisk in case you're using the same one. Be right back. So after you have washed your whisk, you need to add the cocoa mixture. We just gotta, you know what, I'll be right back with a spoon. Okay, so now that I got the big spoon, I'm gonna stir it in there. It's really sticky. So I'm putting the cocoa mix into the egg, which you can probably see that because I have a clear bowl. I hope I don't break the bowl. That would be horrible. Probably won't happen, but still, it'd be horrible. Especially now that I have an egg. Got on my finger. Baking can be messy, kids. I think, let me just get a little bit more and then I think that's the rest. Okay. So after you add the cocoa mixture, you need to get like a half cup of buttermilk. So, gotta put, just put it all over me. Okay, so I'm gonna pour that. Which hand should I do? Which one feels most comfortable? Okay, I think it's this one. Get that buttermilk in there. Okay, that just looks gross. Okay, so after that, you need a half a cup of vegetable oil. Just rinse this out real quick. There we go. I don't even like looking at this. Whoa, that looks cool. That actually looks cool. Look at that. There's bubbles everywhere. Then we need to add some vanilla. We need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'll just screw this on real quick. Okay. We need 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which I've said like a billion times. Sorry about that. Okay, so we want to make sure it doesn't overflow. Well, mine overflowed. Oh, Lord. That was 1 teaspoon. Why am I trying to put the cap on this? What is wrong with my brain today? All that stuff, you need to whisk until it's like, till it looks good, like it's all whisked. So yeah, making no sense. like the bumps and like clumps of anything that's in there. I think this looks ready, so once it looks something like this, then you can add the dry, like the flour and the all the dry ingredients, like this, all like the flour, salt, and all that you mix in there. Just set that to the side, and then you want to grab your spatula. So I got my spatula, and now I'm going to be adding all this, kind of heavy. So add it into your mixture of the eggs and the cocoa powder and all the wet ingredients, because then it'll make what you need to put in the like little cupcake liners. So I am making 12 cupcakes. After you add the mixture, as you can see, you need to stir until it's all well combined and there's like no white you can see in there. When the batter looks like this, you'll know when it's done. And also, here's a little tip for you. Do not lick the batter because it has some raw egg. I know it can be tempting, but just don't. So now I'm going to go do the cupcake liners. Fill the cupcake liners at least half full because it will like rise a little bit. So now that these are all filled, it might not be too even, but I did kind of run out of batter, so I had to make it like as even as I could. But now that they're filled up, I can put them in the oven. But since the oven is hot, I'm gonna put on some oven mitts just to be safe. My cupcakes in, we have to put them in for like 20 to 22 minutes, but so I did 20 minutes, and then if they're not quite ready, I can do like 2 or 5 more minutes. But when you put your cupcakes in, every good baker cleans up their mess so that they can do whatever else they need to do. So after you've cleaned up your mess, you want to get a small microwave safe bowl. So this is where we're going to be working on the filling for the cupcakes. So first you want to get 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. I got 2 tablespoons. And then my heavy cream. Yeah. Okay. Then after you've added that one time, you're going to do it another time. And then just wait for that to drip a little bit. Now, so I'm going to rinse this. So I have the heavy whipping cream in there. And now it's time for the chocolate chips. I'm using semi-sweet chocolate chips, and we're gonna put 1.5 cup in there. Okay. Shh, don't tell anyone. Now, after we have chocolate chips in the bowl, I'll wash my hands. So, I have the chocolate chips in there. So now, after we have the chocolate chips in there, we're going to heat until it's melted and looks smooth for about 30 seconds. So, we're gonna put it in the microwave for 15 seconds first, and then when that 15 seconds is over, we're going to take it out and stir it. And then after that, we can put it in for another 15 seconds, and then after that, stir it, and then it should be ready. 15 seconds are over, and now we're gonna take it out of the microwave and stir it. It's melted a little bit. The filling just finished, but first we're gonna take out the cupcakes so they don't burn. They did sink a little bit, but we're gonna add the filling, so that might rise them up a bit. So while we wait for the cupcakes to cool, we're gonna finish the filling. And then we're going to work on the frosting after that. So now we're going to get started on the frosting. We need a large bowl. We need 1 cup of powdered sugar. And we need 1 cup of softened butter, which 1 cup of softened butter equals 2 sticks. So first we're gonna add the powdered sugar. So, that was a very strong smell. To clean up, but we got the 1 cup of powdered sugar. Just making sure it's 1 cup. Okay, we're good. Pour it into the bowl. Then, get all the sugar off me. We are going to do the butter. So we just gotta like put it in like that, just unwrap it. It's already been like kind of thawed, so that's good. That made a mess. Okay, so now we're gonna add the other one, which after we do this one, we get to mix it with an electric mixer. Okay, well, stair steps, fun. Whoa, let's go. Because that's the only one that will fit in there. Technical difficulties. So now we're going to mix it on low, which let's start with the number 1 setting on here. And make sure you hold the bowl because these can go crazy sometimes. Like that. Why did I just do that? And my apron didn't even protect me. So since the butter was a little chunky, and you saw before, we are gonna use this spoon to like get it, like break it down a little bit, because or else it'll make a big mess like that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it made a big mess, trust me. And I mean spatula. Baking with Becka. So you want to start on low and like cream it on high for like 2 to 3 minutes until it's fluffy. So when it's fluffy, you want to add a whole jar of jet puffed marshmallow cream. Let's see. One moment. So I got that open. I'm using a spoon to get it out because you have to. Yum. You have to add the whole jar. And a whole jar is 7 ounces. And now that I've added that, we're going to start with 1. See how it does so far. Look at the big bowl. I'm not holding that right way. My hands are kind of slippery though. Okay, I've got it situated, not situation. That's good. Just nobody saw. I need to put them in for 2 more minutes. So, sorry if this video was like a little bit of a mess, but it is my first video, so maybe it'll get, like, I think it'll get a little bit better. But other than that, our cupcakes weren't quite done, so we ended up putting them in for like 5 more minutes. But while we wait, we are gonna do some table talk. I'll be answering myself, and if you want to answer, you can answer in the comments below. So the first card is describe the spookiest place you've ever been. Really, I don't really like when we go on walks in the dark. The next question is name as many chocolate desserts as you can. Okay, eclairs, chocolate cupcakes, chocolate cake, chocolate ice cream, I think. That's really all I can remember good. But the next one is baking an art or a science? It's actually both, because like you can do stuff with your cake and it end up looking like art, and then it's also like a science because you can experiment with things. Okay, so I think this is the last question. Would you like chewy, cakey, or crispy cookies? I really like just kind of chewy in the middle and then like crispy on the outside for me. Well, our cupcakes are done, so let me go check on them. So my cupcakes are done. We're just waiting for them to cool again. But while we wait, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I did tell you this earlier, but I took an interest in baking, I think about at 7 years old, and I'm older than that now. And I also like baking and cooking with my grandmothers and my mom. And like, some of my favorite things to cook are like cutting up stuff and like cooking them, like cooking vegetables and like all, like pretty much anything if I get to do it with somebody I really love. And I also like baking with my sisters, and my favorite thing to bake is like cookies and brownies. That's like really fun. I set the cupcakes to the side, and now we're gonna fill up this bag with the filling, the chocolate filling, not the white frosting. So we gotta put it in this bag, and okay. So there is a different way to do this, but this is easier. I don't have enough like filling for your cupcakes. You can always make some more. I might have just enough because you actually don't need to be putting too much in, because you still have to put like the roof of the cupcake back on. Now, since that is on, we can zip the bag back up. I gotta get the air out of it first though. I feel like it's just better too. Now we gotta snip the end of this. Okay. Now I'm gonna get my cupcakes real quick. So I got my cupcakes, and you want to get 1 teaspoon and scoop it out the middle of the cupcake if you can. Mine didn't turn out too well, so it's gonna be a little hard. But when you get the top off, you want to put a little bit of filling. Okay. And then you want to put the roof back in and try to cover it if you can. We are going to put some frosting, but I just feel like it's better too. So then keep doing that to every one of your cupcakes. So I finished putting the filling in my cupcakes, and like, it doesn't look good, but it will taste good. And my new motto is, doesn't matter the looks, just the taste. So now we are going to be putting in the frosting. And I will be using my piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag, that's okay. You could just like use the bag and snip the tip off, just like I did with the filling. So my cupcakes are done. I frosted them. I know I did like not that good of a job, but remember my motto is, doesn't matter the looks, just the taste. So now I'm going to be adding the eyes on my frosting. These little guys here. There. Those guys. Thank you for baking with me today. I had a lot of fun. And our verse of the day is, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness. Galatians 5:22. And don't forget, doesn't matter the looks, just the taste. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my sister's channel, Hands On with Holly. Bye!